Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope. And this one's for you, Gemini. I've got some great news for the month of March. This is the only month in 2021 with no inner or outer planet retrogrades. All planets are in direct motion. This provides full support for new projects or relationships. And we've got Mars, the planet of action, moving into your sun sign on March the 3rd. So this is going to give Gemini people an extra boost of energy and enthusiasm. And your career and friendships might be a big focus this month. So let's talk about this Mars moving into Gemini on March the 3rd. It's going to remain in your sign until April 23rd. And this can give a boost to both Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising people. You're going to feel especially supported in your leadership abilities, personal ambition, and ability to initiate action. Mars represents all of these things. It's a favorable month to start routines that support your physical wellness. The biggest thing to be aware of when Mars is in your sign or your rising sign is keeping a balanced approach. Mars can bring us such a burst of energy and enthusiasm. It can be easy to overdo it, especially when it comes to physical activity. So even though you might be feeling strong, feeling good, especially if you haven't exercised in a while, or you're trying a new sport or physical activity, pace yourself. That's always good advice, but especially when you're under the influence of Mars. You can harness the strength that you're going to have and use it in a controlled way for best results. Now, the sun is going to be shining in Pisces through the 19th. This puts the spotlight on your career and your public image. It's going to be a great month to impress an authority figure and get recognized for your work. Now, on March the 20th, the sun will ingress into the sign of Aries. This signifies the astrological new year. So the date the sun moves into Aries is always the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere and the fall equinox in the southern hemisphere. Wherever you live in the world, this year, March the 20th, is the first day of Aries season. And it's going to encourage Gemini people to use your social skills for a meaningful purpose. Your ability to make those connections, it's really being highlighted. Now, the new moon this month is on March 13th at 23 degrees of Pisces. This is also activating for Gemini and Gemini rising folks. This is the same date that we clear the shadow phase of the last Mercury retrograde cycle. So we had Mercury retrograde January 30th to February 20th. You probably felt it because Gemini is the planet that rules, Mercury is the planet that rules the sign of Gemini. So whenever Mercury's retrograde, it tends to be felt strongly by Gemini people. But good news, we're clearing that shadow phase on the 13th just in time for our new moon. You can use this new moon to set intentions related to your career, leadership skills, taking charge of your time or a situation, and pursuing a creative vision. We've got Venus, planet of love and money, in the sign of Pisces through March the 20th. Venus will then enter Aries on the 21st. So the first part of the month is going to be really good for attracting money-making opportunities. You might be feeling extra social after the 21st. You're probably going to attract some favorable friendships, perhaps romantic interest or business contact towards the end of the month when Venus is gracing your house of communications and connections. Now, the full moon is going to be on March the 28th at 8 degrees of Libra. This is making a favorable aspect because Libra is an air sign as well as Gemini. So this should really give you energy in more of a positive way than some of the other full moons, and it's highlighting your love life and creativity. If you've been working on something creative, you might find yourself finishing it or taking it to the next level around the time of this full moon. Romantic interest could begin to heat up around this time. If you're already in a committed partnership, you're going to gain some valuable insights that could help you improve your relationships. So I hope you can make the most of all the energizing and forward moving astrology available during March. Don't forget to pace yourself, be safe, and be well. And I look forward to seeing you again soon with your horoscope.